Hey everybody, and welcome back to Stuff We Do, where we do all the knife stuff you love. Knife reviews, knife tests, knife modifications, and outdoor stuff with knives. These are two of my favorite outdoor knives ever. I'm not going to call them bushcraft knives, we'll get into that a little bit later, but for outdoor use, these two folders are my favorites. Okay, first up we have the Ontario Rat 1. And the second one is the ESEE Avispa. Closed. When we look at these knives, you could almost say that it's the same thing. They look so close to each other, it's insane. Okay, once we open them, we can start seeing a few differences. Okay, but first let's get into their heritage, or where they come from. Randall, Adventure and Training. Randall, what's his surname? Jeff Randall. Okay, Jeff Randall designed the Rat. That's why it's called a Rat, for Randall, Adventure and Training. And ESEE, which is this one, ESEE stands for, I'm going to murder this, I'm really sorry, Escuela de Supervivencia Escapa Evasion. Okay, which pretty much means School of Survival, Escape and Evasion. Okay, which is also part of Randall's Adventures and Training. So both of these guys have been designed by Jeff Randall. Okay, there's also, I cannot remember, somebody Perrin, Mike Perrin, who was involved in the Rat 1, I think. Yes, the Rat 1. Okay. Both of these knives are made of D2. Both of these knives come from Taiwan. If you look at the back there, we see a little Taiwan. Okay. This one, if we look at the back there, we see a little Taiwan. We also see on the ESEE, it's called an Avispa, which is Spanish for wasp. The smaller one in this is called the Zancudo, if I remember correctly, which means mosquito. And then we have a smaller rat, which is called a Rat 2. Those two, they're not that close, because the ESEE starts differing, where the Rat is just, I think, 20% smaller than its big brother. Okay, when we look at these two knives, they vary with extremely little. The overall length for the Rat is 21.9 centimeters, the ESEE is 21.59 centimeters. Blade length on the Rat is 9.2 centimeters, and on the ESEE it's 8.25 centimeters. The blade thickness on the Rat is 2.8, and on the ESEE it is 2.75. So they are extremely close. Like I said, they have the same heritage. There's only a few differences. One, the Rat has got a drop point shape to it, and the ESEE has got a spear point. Well, not really, almost a spear point, but they call it a spear point shape. Next thing, the Rat is made of GFN, glass reinforced nylon, or something like that. And the ESEE is made of FRN, fiberglass reinforced nylon, which is pretty much the same thing, just said differently. Okay, then the only big difference, the Rat has got a liner lock. You see in there, it's got a liner lock, which locks up perfectly, and this knife is bomb proof. The ESEE has got a frame lock, so we have this thick side that opens it. Okay, both of these knives run on phosphor bronze washers, and both of them are extremely snappy openers. Okay. Phosphor bronze apparently is better for outdoor use, because if you have bearings in the pivot and dirt and grit gets in there, it can destroy those bearings. Same thing with the nylon washers that they use sometimes for bushings. gunk and stuff. When it gets in there, it eats up that whatever plastic they use for that. Which I don't think is really true, because that plastic is specifically made for that. It's the same type of plastic that you get in car suspensions and stuff, I think. So, yeah. But anyway, bronze bushings, phosphor bronze bushings, which means even if this thing is covered in mud, it's still going to work the way it's supposed to work. Okay. Let's quickly look at one other little difference. The rat has got a sharp spine. The ESEE has got a sharp spine, but it's smoothed over a bit more, where the rat has got an extremely sharp spine. Okay, so that is all if you want to strike ferro rods with these things, or if you are more into the whole comfort thing. They both have jumping on them. Smaller jumping, but it's a bit more aggressive. Larger jumping, but it works just as well. This is definitely a case for preference today. They both have four position pocket clips, and they both have open constructions, open flow through constructions. You can see there, nothing can get caught in there, and if anything gets in there, you just rinse it under some water and it's perfect again. They are made of D2, so you will need to lubricate them every now and again. I just shoot them with a little bit of Q20 every now and again, and then they work fine. Yeah, no problems whatsoever. Listen to this. That's beautiful. I must say, my personal preference, I do prefer the rat one. It fills the hand a bit better because it's thicker. So if you go outdoors, I like this one a bit more. I know there is more inherent strength in the fact that this one has got a frame lock instead of a liner lock, but it's a bit thinner. It's not a problem, but if you really have to carve with this thing for a while, you can feel it. You can feel it after a while because it is quite thin. Okay, so what I would do is, if you go ultra light or something like that, then take one of these, because they are quite heavy. They are quite chunky things. But if you need to go outdoors and need to take a reliable knife, take the rat. If you want to carry a big knife to a braai somewhere and you don't want it to fill your whole pocket, take the ESEE. It's way easier in the pocket. And then, okay, why I started out by saying that these are my favorite multi-purpose outdoor knives. They are big enough to do all the tasks you need them to do. Normally, if we think about something for cutting meat, for example, or butchering something, you're going to look at a knife that's got a hollow grind. So it's extremely thin behind the edge and it slices through the meat. If you want to do bushcrafty type things, take something with a Scandi grind, something with a 0 degree bevel. It doesn't have a secondary bevel. It starts there and it goes to a sharp. That is wonderful for wood carving and the like. But if you need something that can do both, get yourself a full flat grind. A saber grind, which is the normal, I don't have anything close to me, which is the normal knife grind that we think of, something with a bevel, and then from halfway it starts getting thinner, and then we have a secondary bevel. That's a saber grind. Saber grind is very strong, but it's not that slicey. With a full flat grind, something like this, it starts at the top and it tapers down to the bottom, and then it's got a secondary bevel at the edge. Same with this one. Full flat grind and then a secondary bevel at the edge. These things, according to me, and this is my opinion, I love them. They work fantastically well for everything. Okay, so if you're interested ever in getting yourself an outdoor knife, I would definitely suggest one of these two. The ESEE Avispa or the Rat one. Both D2, both made in Taiwan, both fantastic, full flat ground knives. Just a quick one. This knife, I hope you can see that, it's got the most beautiful stone wash ever. I love that. Oh, extra small thing, bit of information. On the ESEE, it says BRK, which, if I can remember correctly, stands for Blue Ridge Knives. Blue Ridge Knives. So this one does not have the fantastic ESEE guarantee / warranty, where if you break this in the skull of a bison, they will just give you a new knife. This one has the standard Blue Ridge Knives warranty or guarantee on it. I'm not sure what that is. You do get ESEE, no, I'm lying, a expat mandolin, a knife that looks almost like this, which is made by Expat Knives, which is a part of ESEE, that has the full warranty on it. But that one is more expensive. That's why these two are such a fantastic comparison. Okay. Also, that one, don't know their warranty details or anything like that, but I've never had a problem with a rat ever in my life. Okay. Stay safe, happy, and have a good one. Bye-bye.